You are welcome to the Driving the Impact Agenda channel. As you know, the motive of this channel is to get in touch with people who have historical memories of our construction industry and try to keep the legacy alive for future generations. Last year, I had conversation with two important personalities, Mr. K Ahadzie, former director of Building and Road Research, and then Mr. Dr. Victor Kodo, who was a former principal of the Advanced Teachers Technical Training at Isuebua, which is now Amstead. Unfortunately, you are all aware of the tragic incident involving my daughter Atakpame Ahadzie that curtailed our plans for a while, but the memory must continue. So I'm doing this in memory of Atakpame Ahadzie in order to continue the legacy. And I'm here today with Mr. W.K Ahadzie, who also is my father. And as you know, I've interviewed Mr. Ahadzie, which is on YouTube, on 2 occasions. So it's a good opportunity to meet him again, for him to tell us a few things about his work here at the universities in the 70s, especially relating to the TEK Block production. So, Mr. Ahadzie, you are welcome.
Thank you.
So, as I said, I've interviewed you 2 times already, related to the United Nations essay competition we won in 1963, and then also about your experiences or the memories you have about TVET education in those days, when you shared the memory of masonry construction in Tamale and other areas. And also the fact that when you schooled in Saskatchewan University, you went there as a student because of your skills in bricklaying. You were made a student lecturer. You were also teaching, and that were all back very interesting stories. But today we want to focus on the TEK Block, which in the 70s had a very big reputation across the country, and your involvement and other people who were involved to keep that memory also alive. So the first thing I want to ask you is about the 1970s, your experience in the faculty related to the TEK Block and how it all started.
Thank you. We were simply looking for common building materials. In those early days, construction technology was practiced with many artisans who did not have serious technological training on background. When I joined the Department of Building Technology in 1970, we started as a lecturer for the first year students, faculty 1. Both those who were in architecture, planning, and BT, building technology, have a common course, 1 year common course. So I was involved in introducing common building materials to them. And we were talking about the early rural buildings, Atakpame building materials. And then the Department of Housing and Planning Research, I got involved with the technical staff, and we looked at putting up the prototype structure in Atakpame construction.
Okay.
The RAM F construction with some concrete.
Okay, so let me get it here. So I can see you mentioned Atakpame. I know if when you go over there, you have the Atakpame structure.
Yes.
You have
the TEK Block.
The TEK Block, which is a two-story building.
Structure.
Now they've called it Ablo building.
Yeah, that's right.
I will come to that, and also later we will come to one which was demolished. Especially we want to look at the roofing.
Yes.
And because you mentioned that it was second year students of building technology who designed the roof.
Yes,
for that team structure that was
the structural engineer, lecturer instructors.
Lecturer instructors at that time.
He actually.
What was the name of that lecturer?
Zaga.
So he, together with students of building technology, which is now construction technology and management, designed that roof of that structure, complicated timber roofing.
Yes.
That was demolished.
Yes.
Okay. We will come back to that. First of all, who designed the two-story blanket or TEK Block structure?
Oh, it was a lecturer in architecture department, Mr Ahadzie.
Mr ANK Laryea.
Yeah.
He designed
the senior lecturer in architecture.
Okay.
He designed that Atakpame structure.
Is that
no, the two-story.
The TEK Block, the two-story structure which is housing and planning or Center for Settlement Studies.
It is
okay.
true.
Okay. What is the concept? What was the concept behind the design?
Those in the early years, 70 to early 80s, we were looking for indigenous building materials.
Okay.
Yes. And the TEK Block was purposely introduced so that we could use it to demonstrate within a prototype building. And I think we have examples all over the country.
Okay.
So the two buildings which are occupied by the staff of the building.
Okay. But the instructive information is that it was architect.
The architect.
ANK Laryea who did the design.
Who designed the structure.
And what about the construction?
The construction was done using the technical staff of the Department of Housing
and Planning. Okay, the technical staff who were there.
Yeah.
Okay, and who supervised those structures, the construction?
The technical instructor there, Mr
Ahadzie.
Yes.
He was the technical instructor. He who supervised the construction.
He and Mr Saku.
Mr. Saku. Okay.
Technical officer.
Okay.
They look at it's a combination of wooden structures and then the TEK Block.
And the TEK Block, yeah.
The TEK Block. And I normally assisted them to getting our students involved.
Okay.
Take them there to see the construction.
The building technology students were involved.
Yes.
Okay.
We use it as a demonstration structure.
Okay.
But most particularly when you don't have any steel reinforcement in the columns.
Okay.
We use the TEK Block columns.
Okay.
And then with a suspended concrete roof.
Okay, that was the technology used for that structure.
The people were surprised that.
So you are saying that there's no reinforcement in that building?
The reinforcement is only in the suspended slab.
It's only in the slab.
And
but the wall has...
The walls and the columns. You see,
you don't have iron rods in
do have iron rods in the columns.
What? Okay. This is something I've never... Oh. So the load is being carried by this blockwall, which constitute the dividing partitions, and at the center as the columns. Okay. That's very instructive. The building technology students were involved. We were involved partially. Okay. Because they were following. Okay. To see that. Afterwards, it's possible to use. Yes. Okay. Great. I know. During my time, we had to do some maintenance work, especially underpinning, because also introduced this drainage to maintain the structure. Yeah, that's right. Which is something. But let's come to the Atakpame, the improved Atakpame technology. The Atakpame construction was actually meant to be an exhibit for the rural folks, housing the rural area. Okay. Where
They were used to putting them switch building.
Okay.
But the improvement here is the way we designed the structure.
Okay.
It tapered as you go up.
Okay.
Yeah, tapered as you go up.
Okay.
And the durability of the structure.
Okay.
We use this soil,
Okay.
just raw soil material
Okay.
to erase the walls.
Okay.
And then we use the soil material,
Okay.
the bitumen,
Okay.
as a rendering
Okay.
to facilitate or enhance the durability of the structure.
Okay. So Mr. ANK Laryea designed the TEK Block, the two-story structure. Then who designed the Atakpame building?
Oh, it was designed by the Department of Housing and Planning Research. We modeled a village type structure.
Okay, you look at the normal village type compound house and you modeled based on that.
Yeah,
so
right.
That one, I think Mr. Kobe
was instrumental.
Okay. And then, there were some residential houses too that were built.
Yeah, they used the TEK Block to put
but those ones who designed them, that would be Mr. Laryea as well.
I think we have some architects in the department.
In the department.
Yeah,
Okay. Yes, those days they had okay. Let's come to the structure, the workshop that was demolished. I know there are a lot of history about it and other things that we could go to, but we don't want to talk about that one. But the roof, that I'm trying to remember or recall the technology. Is it laminar roof construction or
The
one at the
workshop.
The BT workshop.
That one was in timber.
That one was in timber, yes. Now because it's demolished, I'm losing. But you are saying that
we need to build the trusses in timber.
Yes, the trusses were in timber. A great span. Second year students of building technology are actually involved in design. That is very intriguing.
Yeah, they designed together with the lecturer Zaga.
Yes.
Designed that building structure.
Okay.
And two partners in the construction.
Okay.
Assisted by the technicians in the house and planning department.
Okay.
Who were artisans.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And then with the normal long span roofing.
Okay.
Sheet,
okay.
Virtually flat.
Okay. Okay. Yes. I remember.
Yes. And then we use the TEK Block.
I'm just wondering why we never had a chance to talk about this, and it's coming out now. Because these are not documented in the books. And I'm so privileged to get this information today and to begin to understand how these things were done as demonstration, yes. But at the same time offered opportunity for students as a learning process.
It is true.
So looking back, the university is changing, those areas are changing, they are new. Of course, we are not going to talk about but what do you think, maybe for the future, what do you think we should be doing? Because the other time I know you mentioned that if you change the roof of those structures, they can still perform. I mean, they will fit well to the.
You see, as a research unit in the college, I recommend strongly that we should preserve the Atakpame building structure.
Okay.
Which is a common building practice
in Ghana.
In Ghana.
Okay.
In our villages.
In our villages. Okay.
Yes. And then the way we are able to create drainage around it.
Okay. And
the rendering to the surface.
Okay.
To enhance its durability.
Okay.
The problem I see now is that we remove this asbestos roofing sheet.
Okay.
And remove that thing.
Okay. Then it will come to
keep it as a model structure.
So if I am getting what you are saying is that if you look at the construction feature of Ghana, if you take away the urban areas where modernity is more or less taking over, when you go to the rural areas, that is the type of construction.
Most of the structures we have now.
Yes, so that is typical to Ghana. And because of that, what we have done in terms of modeling this and improving on it should be preserved. And that is very instructive because recently I asked one of my TAs, we were doing something on online educational resources and how to search for images which are free to use online, because it's not any type of image that you can use. And he searched for compound house and he couldn't get compound house online. Which means that something that is so traditional to Ghana, we have not been able to make it a legacy.
The typical pictures are the buildings in Shantino town.
Yeah. But I was surprised that we couldn't get. Stephen, you did the search. We couldn't get a compound house.
I didn't get a typical
compound house.
Yeah. What I got was not that close.
Yeah. You know. Okay. So maybe I have to correct it. That what he got was not that close to. You know. Okay. I think.
To catching a little bit.
Yeah.
I remember you had some American Peace Corps.
Okay.
People also.
Triple is from Britain, but okay, American Peace Corps.
Yeah. And he actually designed that timber house, which is preserved outside there.
Okay, the timber house that the contractors used as their offices.
Yes.
Okay, that was designed by the American
Peace Corps.
American Peace Corps.
Yeah.
You see, this is also another very important history.
Who came as a
visitors to the department.
Yeah.
That's a very
so use a local artisan to assist him.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful structure.
Yeah.
Beautiful structure.
It's always a pleasure.
And I want that building also preserved.
It's always a pleasure talking to you. You have revealed a lot of things that are not recorded anywhere, and that is one of the reasons why the driving the impact agenda exists, to try to fish out this legacy information to preserve for the future generation. So we thank you very much for your time, and we wish you well. But if there's a last word that you want to say, you can say before.
I'm so grateful for this opportunity. I'm very concerned about the preservation of those early structures, like Atakpame, and then the TEK Block buildings. If you come to the building department area, we use that as a record here. 1971, 72. Exposed, not very that. You can see it.
Okay.
And if you can continue using this as infilling additions in this frame building.
Yeah, that will be.
To save a lot of money.
Thank you very much. Once again, thank you.